Hello, everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Big up to you and happy Thursday to everyone. Although lots going on in the world at the moment. So, yeah, crazy times we are currently living in. Listen, we're going to be going through all of the latest Chelsea news today. We're going to be talking about the 74 breaches of the FA's agent regulation rules that Chelsea have currently. Well, apparently we've committed them a long time ago when Roman Abramovich was running the club, was in charge of the club when he owned Chelsea Football Club, and these are now being brought to light now because the club are very quote unquote cooperative and they like to be open and upfront. So we reported ourselves again. It's not the first time we've done this. We have done this before because we had some transfer dealings for players like Willian, if I'm not wrong, and there was a few sort of dodgy deals. But yeah, this is something totally different. This is something to do with agents now, not necessarily the transfers themselves. But listen, I know just as much as you do in a lot of respects about this, but we know where to look. So we are going to dive into a number of different aspects of this story. TalkSport have been speaking heavily about this. I'm intrigued to see what they have said. I saw a clip, but I made sure I stopped watching it because I don't want to. I want to react raw, and it's only 4 minutes long, so we're gonna watch. We're gonna see what they had to say. This came out literally a couple of hours ago, so this is brand new news. This is not something that we knew until today. Big up to Piggy. I hope you're doing well. Me too. I hope they're not serious. Good to see Beville as well from Trinidad and Tobago. Good to see you. Is the FA being serious at all? We'll find out. Right foot, left back. Good to see you, mate. What's up with the green screen, Alex? Well, the reason I got the green screen is very simple. The sun comes in when it's sunny, and it just doesn't look great as a background. So I thought I'll get a green screen. Why not? And I will eventually get something on the back of the green screen. I just haven't done that yet. So hopefully I'll have something a little bit more fancy for you, but right now it's a pretty basic setup. Big up to Lumi as well. I hope you're doing well, guys. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to go through a couple of different things. We've got TalkSport and Sky have also gone into this in a little bit more detail. But before we go through any of those videos, I think it's best that we understand this ourselves. Just have a little bit of an indication of what we're actually dealing with at the moment. So this is an article that came out from Give Me Sport, which is actually Ben Jacobs. He writes for Give Me Sport, and it says Chelsea charged by the FA with 74 breaches of agent regulations. And yes, let's just share this with you. These relate primarily to the period 2010-11, that's particular season, and then the 2015-16 season under Roman Abramovich, with the Blues given until September 19th to answer. All charges are historical, self-reported by Chelsea during due diligence before Clearlake and Bowley officially took charge. That's a very important factor to look into, guys. All charges are historical, self-reported by Chelsea during due diligence before Clearlake and Bowley took charge. So this is actually reported by Chelsea before the takeover. So this is old news in a lot of ways. So yeah, you're absolutely right, Neil. You can't You can't blame the ownership for this one because they had nothing to do with it. But I guess that's part of having a sort of a blank slate. Everyone can start again. And then obviously the club, in terms of their current regime, don't need to take ownership because this has already been declared. We did release a statement following the charges. Chelsea FC is pleased to confirm that its engagement with the FA concerning matters that were self-reported by the club is now reaching a conclusion, said a statement, and that was from us. The club's ownership group completed its purchase of the club on the 30th of May, 2022. During thorough due diligence, during a thorough due diligence process prior to its completion of the process of purchase, the ownership group became aware of potentially incomplete financial reporting concerning historical transactions and other potential breaches of FA rules. Immediately upon the completion of the purchase, the club self-reported these matters to all relevant regulators, including the FA. The club has demonstrated unprecedented transparency during this process, including by giving comprehensive access to the club's files and historical data. We will continue working fucking hell, Alex. I've got problems at the moment, guys. This is something I've noticed. Sorry. Comprehensive access to the club's file and historical data. We will continue working Can't read. I cannot read. Collaborator. I give up. They're going to continue working with the FA to conclude this matter as swiftly as possible. We wish to place on record our gratitude to the FA for their engagement with the club on this complex case, the focus of which has on these matters that took place over a decade ago. Sorry for my reading, guys. I really think I've got some problems at the moment. GMS, which is Give Me Sport, understands that Chelsea have opened up their books to the FA and that a Premier League investigation is also ongoing. The charges predominantly relate to agent payments not being correctly reported on the books, including for the signings of Eden Hazard, Samuel Eto'o, and Willian. Chelsea have hired one of the big accountancy firms to analyze the breaches. They do not believe there has been any sporting advantage. Punishments can range from a fine to a settlement to a sporting sanction, including a points deduction and transfer ban. Chelsea will wait for the FA ruling before determining the next steps. Clearlake and Bowley have been very transparent in alerting relevant authorities to the breaches. Give Me Sport understands there is optimism. No sporting sanction will occur. And that's what Give Me Sport have to say. I'm really confused why I can't read at the moment because my mind's just gone totally blank. And the easiest word I can't actually read. Why can't I read it? Fucking joke. Anyway, this is the word. I don't know why I can't read it. I am dyslexic, but reading's never been a problem for me. Where is it? It's this fucker here. It's not even a hard word. My dyslexia is killing me, guys. Why can't I say the word? Collaboratively. Yeah, collaboratively. Fucking hell. That is actually worrying. That is not good. Not good. I need to get off of Instagram or whatever I'm doing. Less social media, more reading, guys. Ridiculous. Okay. Our ownership grass on ourselves? No. This was done before our ownership nil, as we mentioned at the beginning. This was done beforehand, but that's absolutely fine. I think that this probably better. It's better to announce this stuff yourself than get caught, and I think that's where Chelsea will be okay. I think that's where Chelsea will be absolutely fine. We will prevail. Owners should have kept quiet. Again, like, just going back to what we said, guys, this is something that was self-reported by Chelsea before Clearlake and Bowley officially took charge. Make that very clear. This is not something that Clearlake and Bowley, they took over the club and then this was announced. This was announced beforehand. This was announced beforehand. The effing Chelsea will prevail. I hope so, mate. Listen, bear in mind what's happening with Man City, and I'm pretty sure that case has been settled now. I think we'll be absolutely fine. Well, we should be. My God. Yeah, we'll double check. I know I did hear about the Man City charges, so I can imagine if Man City are getting away with what they have, then Chelsea will be fine. I just don't see there being a massive issue. Maybe a fine. Yeah, some sort of fine. I can agree with that, and it's deserved, right? If we've broken the rules, then. Yeah, that's gonna that's certainly going to be a factor. I'm looking into the charges against Man City as well to see what progress has been made, because I want to be able to explain this in the most simple way possible, so there's no confusion. Obviously, we got fined by UEFA already, right? That was a 26 million fine. I think that was pounds. That was quite harsh, but that was to do with breaking financial rules in terms of, spending, etc. This is different. This is to do with agents. This is very, very different. I mean, there's actually not that much. I mean, it relates to previous payments that I'm sure we reported already. Like, we've already spoken about. It's Hazard, Samuel Eto'o, and Willian. Like, have we not spoken about this before? This is not the first time we've spoken about this, but maybe this is another layer that just digs a little bit deeper than what we knew originally. So the simplest way to explain the situation with Man City, so we can compare this with Chelsea, for anyone who's trying to put us in the same bracket, the same vicinity, which you absolutely shouldn't. This is a totally separate issue. And you have to remember, Chelsea reported themselves. We tried to do a good thing. We shouldn't be punished for that. Man City were accused of 115 rule breaches. City deny everything, whereas Chelsea put everything on the table. This is what we've done. Man City are accused of cooking the books, not giving true, accurate financial information about sponsorship money and related party, hidden payments, not fully declaring some payments to players and managers, breaking UEFA and Premier League money rules like FFP and PSR in certain years, and not cooperating properly with the league's investigation since 2018. Now, we obviously know that they've had a formal hearing with an independent commission ran from September until December 2024, and we are still waiting for a public verdict. There is no official timetable for the decision to be announced. If they are found guilty, they could have fines or points deduction, but this is much more serious on Man City's side than Chelsea. And again, like, even if you do want to put us in the same bracket with hidden payments, which could potentially be something to do with, that's where the agents come in for some of these deals we spoke about, like Willian and Samuel Eto'o, Eden Hazard, then that's absolutely fine. But there's 74, not 115. So don't compare us to Man City and try and put us in that bracket. We're also not denying what has been done. This was also done under a previous regime, which obviously we give a huge amount of credit for the success that Abramovich and everyone that was on his team delivered. But this was announced before Bowley and Clearlake took charge. There should be some leeway for that reason. I mean, City did settle on a different dispute with the league about associated party sponsorship rules, and they accepted those rules. But the settlement that City accepted does not affect the 115 charges. All right, that does not affect it whatsoever. So we still have more to learn about those charges. From a Chelsea perspective, this just seems like another layer in what we already knew about, Chelsea making a few mistakes with regards to payments. So, I mean, I'm not really looking at this and I'm not mind blown. I'm not really surprised. I'm like, okay, did we not already know this? I don't remember anyone mentioning agents or anything like that. But this is something that was pretty obvious. And we've known this for over a year. I mean, let me I'll see what else I can find. All right, I'm going to find it out for you guys. I'm going to find it out. Game's gone, like Palmer said. The game is, it's no longer a game of, it's no longer a game of, just for the love of it. It's a game for the nerds, for the finance geeks. Whoever knows the most rules and can follow the rules, all the rest of it. What will happen to just playing a bit of football, guys, and having a good time? We will have the best legal team. Well, I'm sure they'll hire a very good legal team. Am I able to change my live stream to a 7 p.m. slot? I think you will get a lot more viewers. I work in the evenings now, so I either will do 10 p.m. slots generally, because I finish at 9 most days, or sort of midday lunchtime shows like this is a little bit later than usual. And those are the times I'm able to do. But I generally can't do 7 o'clock slots. I would do them happily, but I'm not able to. So that's why I don't do them. So yeah, that's what we know as it stands about this situation. Give Me Sport are the ones that have given us the article with the most information. In terms of anything else that has been reported, again, it sort of all echoes what we've already heard. The simple version of what's going on with these 74 charges is obviously we've been charged by the FA with 74 alleged breaches of rules about agents and intermediaries and third-party investment in players. Most of the alleged conduct is from the Abramovich era, 2010, 11, 2015, 16. Now, here's what the FA said we did. Undeclared, incorrect payments to agents using unregistered intermediaries, breaking third-party ownership and investment rules, and then paperwork reporting that wasn't accurate. And the reason this has surfaced now is because after the 2022 takeover, the new ownership, Bowley and Clearlake, they did their new due diligence and self-reported, historic issues to UEFA, the Premier League, and the FA in 2023, and that triggered the ongoing investigations. Now that's from ESPN, and that came out over a month ago. So that's older news than what we know with Give Me Sport now. So I'm going to say that Give Me Sport is probably more accurate in that sense, because it's saying that everything was reported after the takeover, but Give Me Sport is saying that this was all done before officially taking over. So just bear that in mind. In terms of related action that's already been taken, UEFA, which is separate to the FA, they already fined us for incomplete financial reporting. And that's already been... right. Okay. I think this is where the confusion is. So UEFA fined us twice. So they fined us 10 million euros as an incomplete financial reporting sanction, and that was what was under the Abramovich regime before that we were trying to figure out. So that was UEFA, not the FA. Now this is specifically the FA, which is why it's become a new issue, because UEFA have already dealt with whatever it is, the incomplete financial reporting. So the next step is the case goes to an independent FA commission. Chelsea must respond by the 19th of September. Possible outcome. I mean, to be fair, we've already seen a Chelsea statement, so I presume that's a response. Although maybe they'd mean something else. Possible outcomes typically include financial penalties, other regulatory sanctions. This FA case is separate from any Premier League processes. So yes, that will give you a little bit more context as to what is going on. But don't expect this situation to be resolved quickly. It never is. I expect this to take like 6 months, maybe a year, before we actually have a conclusion. And that's the FA for you. Big up to Daniel. Hope you're doing well. Do you think Chelsea will get a points deduction or a fine? I think there's a good chance we get fined. I don't think we'll get a points deduction. Why do we only have roughly 1 week to reply when the City issue has taken years? Well, I presume they had a deadline to respond, but the legal proceedings have taken a long time, and I don't think anything will change there. Well, no, things will change there because Chelsea are very open about this and City are rejecting all of the charges. So that's the difference. Who else is looking forward to playing Bayern Munich? And Jackson? Oh, wait, never mind. We decided to bring him back because Liam Delap got injured at the last second. Amir, he's gone to Bayern. He is at Bayern. He's there. He's not at Chelsea. Okay, let's move on from the FA. I think we've spoken enough about that. Nizar Kinsella has reported that Chelsea is set to seal the signing of winger Ryan Kavuma-McQueen on a long-term contract. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't really know too much about it. but I will find it out. So yeah, whoever he is, hopefully he's good. I mean, to be fair, you can't deny that whatever happens, if you look at the youngster that we had that ended up going to Liverpool, I'm trying to think what his name was, the guy that scored against Newcastle. What was his name? Rio Nguma. That was the youngster that we really wanted to be talking about, but we already had him and we let him go. So Liverpool have got him now. But hopefully this other player, whoever he is worth bringing in. That's not what you've heard, Amir. What are you talking about? Come on, mate, just look it up. Big up everyone in the chat. Good to see JC in the building, Harren. Good to see you. Smash that like button, guys, if you haven't already. We should be on at least 75 likes on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, smash that like button. If you're on X as well, it all makes a big difference. Retweet. You can still like on all platforms. It doesn't change anything. Currently on, oh my God, 29 likes. Come on, people. We should at least double that. Let's get up to 74 likes. Pun intended. Okay. Who is Ryan Kavuma-McQueen? So he's 16 years old. He's a left-footed winger who can play on both flanks, mostly the left-hand side. He's English, but he's eligible for Uganda as well. Apparently, he's been in the Chelsea academies, played in the 18s and the 21s by the looks of it. That's what they're saying. Fact check me if I'm wrong. Chelsea pathway, joined Chelsea at the under-8s. He's been with us for a long, long time. He's described as energetic and a clinical winger. So he is playing for the under-21s. He's already impacting older age groups. And bear in mind, he's 16 years old. 16 years old playing for the under-21s. That is impressive. He's played for England in the under-71s. His player profile at a glance. He's direct, left-footed wide forward who can cut inside from the right or attack outside on the left. Good 1v1 and a clean finisher. He's got good pace and balance. He's a scholar at Chelsea, and he's actually had a chance to train in the first team this year already. He's set to sign his first pro deal with Chelsea as soon as he turns 17. That's what they're saying. So why is this coming out now in September? We still have a number of months before anything can happen there. Okay. This is the post from Nizar. Set to sign a contract when he turns 17. Okay, yeah, so he has been specific on that. So he turns 17 in January. So that is when this deal is eligible to happen, because you can't obviously sign a professional contract when you are 16. So that is why he has to wait. So a number of months until anything happens, but still, nonetheless, a positive update for Ryan. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. Hopefully he can be a bright spark, although I have to say you already have your own opinions as to what Chelsea might do with those young players. Hopefully he does have a future at the club, but let's not get too carried away. We've got an update about Mykhailo Mudryk. Okay, Mykhailo Mudryk. Now, This is a very intriguing situation that is going on with Mudryk. Now, you would think that Chelsea would be the club in the thick of it because he's obviously a Chelsea player. But Shakhtar Donetsk, his former club, who Chelsea paid a lot of money for and could potentially still owe a lot of, a large sum for Mudryk. Shakhtar Donetsk are getting involved because they believe that with all of these sanctions or the ban that Mudryk has, they are missing out on a lot of bonuses. And because of that, they want to have a little bit of clarity on the situation. But I'm going to go through it in more detail. I'm going to get all the facts up on screen as well. Right. So while I'm finding out the simple terminology, let's have a look. So we've got this guy called Scout in Eurasia. So he's from Kazakhstan. So I guess he deals with all the football out in that neck of the woods. Ukraine isn't that far. Shakhtar to sue UEFA over the Mudryk doping case. According to Ukrainian journalist Igor Burbas, Mykhailo Mudryk's former club, Shakhtar Donetsk, is preparing a lawsuit against the Ukrainian Association. Oh, no, it's not UEFA, sorry. The Ukrainian Association of Football. That's what UAF stands for. If it is confirmed that the player received banned substances while in the national team camp. The club argues that due to a potential suspension, they could lose up to 30 million euros in performance-related bonuses from Chelsea. The report also states that the president of the Ukrainian Association of Football, Andrei Shevchenko, may be indirectly involved in the case of Mudryk allegedly being using a substance containing meldonium. The information was reported by uafootball.com, citing its own sources. According to Burbas, it was likely Shevchenko who gave the green light for Mudryk to receive stem cell injections. Most likely, Shevchenko authorized the stem cell injections for Mudryk since Andriy Mykhailo uses them himself for anti-aging purposes, Burbas says. Is there a thread on this? So Andrei Shevchenko is a former Chelsea player as well, guys. He is related to this. Then we had another update on the situation. Ukrainian journalist Igor Burbas has revealed new details about the doping test situation involving Ukrainian player and Chelsea forward Mykhailo Mudryk. According to Burbas, during the national team training camp, Mudryk was experiencing discomfort that prevented him from playing at full capacity. To aid his recovery, he received a stem cell injection designed to promote tissue regeneration. It is reported that the stem cells were derived from a cow that may have been exposed to meldonium, a banned substance that was later detected in Mudryk's sample. The injection was administered by Igor Porobia, the physiotherapist of the Ukrainian national team. The source emphasizes that this procedure stands out as one of the only unusual events in everything that has happened with Mudryk over the past year and a half. Earlier reports stated that if a B sample confirms the presence of meldonium, Mudryk could face a lengthy suspension. Now, I don't know what your take is on this, guys, and the whole Mudryk situation. I will say this, which is that I was a fan of Mudryk, although I did lose patience with him. He really fucked me off at points because I was backing him and I was backing him and I was backing him. And then we didn't really see a drastic improvement. I mean, in fairness, Pochettino managed him poorly. I always felt like he was not the manager for Mudryk. But Maresca did develop Mudryk quite well, and you could see an improvement. You could see his footballing IQ, which is something we've always questioned about Mudryk. His footballing IQ was definitely getting better. He was making an impact off the bench. He was a player that at times could certainly cause problems. I think he's a very attractive player to watch when he's at his best. Like that, that's a good footballer, no doubt in my mind. So talented. But to think that they're going through this article and they're saying if it is confirmed that he was using meldonium, he'll have a lengthy suspension. See, this is one thing I don't like, which is I believe in innocent until proven guilty. And I just don't really understand the whole situation. Is he guilty or is he innocent? So if we're still questioning that, if that's even something that we have to call into consideration, he should be allowed to play. Do you know what I mean? It's like if I got a car parking. In fact, I have a great example of this. My girlfriend got done with a car parking ticket, right? Because I had an injury about a year ago, so I was going to the physio. So she used to come to the physio with me, and the parking was about an hour. Anyway, we got there and we have a sort of 45-minute session, and after 45 minutes, whatever, we go back to the car. By this point, it's probably been an hour. Everything, the walk, everything like that. We leave straight away. We get a letter in the post that she's getting done with a fine. She was 10 seconds overdue. So by the logic that they're looking at, it's like, well, black and white, yes, we overstayed by 10 seconds. So we overstayed, black and white. But it was only 10 seconds. So let's have a bit of context here. Now, if that's the way you want to look at it, then Mudryk should never play again. But if it's not his fault, if this is something that goes above him, and this is something that Shevchenko is involved in, the Ukrainian Football Association, that is a different conversation. Why should an individual be punished for something that goes way higher than that? Why should his career be ruined because of the decision of other people or the incompetence of other people, if that's the case? I mean, where the hell does this cow come from? I'm not sure where this cow comes from. Like, let's see this again. They said something about a cow. Maybe it's on the previous one. Where the fuck? I swear it said something about a cow that had meldonium or something that had meldonium. Am I being silly here again? Okay. I wasn't reading properly. According to Burbas, during the national team training camp, Mudryk was experiencing discomfort that prevented him from playing at full capacity. To aid his recovery, he received a stem cell injection designed to promote tissue regeneration. It is reported that the stem cells were derived from a cow that may have been exposed to meldonium, a banned substance that was later detected in Mudryk's sample. So, again, this is not Mudryk's fault. This is just incompetence from the people that he was trusting to fucking deal with this. Oh my God. I don't get this at all. Which cows are we talking about here? Oh God. According to ESPN, the B sample of Mudryk's drugs test also came back positive. Mudryk denies knowingly taking anything that's banned. And the case awaits resolution via the FA's disciplinary process. No public verdict or date has been announced. And that is pretty normal. The FA anti-doping cases often stay quiet until a decision. Yeah. So, I mean, that gives you a little bit of context, guys. But, I mean, what a joke. The Ukrainians, like, basically what we're seeing is that if he wasn't given this, like, whatever the stem cells were that he received, I mean, as long as that's legal, then you don't have an issue with it. But you're telling me that these stem cells were derived from a cow that had been in contact with meldonium or something like that, or had meldonium in it. How can you blame Mudryk for that? There's only one suitable piece of action that we can take to combat this issue, and I think that we need a 10-point deduction for Everton, and that is that's the best piece of advice I can give. Points deduction for Everton. But on a serious note, I hope this gets resolved, and I would love to see Mudryk being a part of Chelsea's team again. I would love to see it, but there is also a part of me that thinks, you know, have we improved on that position? And if the answer is yes, then you know, you can't really complain on a football side of things. But it's just brutal, isn't it? It's so brutal. This is quite a good quote that I've seen as well. And I'll let you have your opinion on this. Don't get this whole Chelsea reported themselves to the FA a year ago or so. I mean, how is that relevant? If you kill someone and report yourself to the police, does it make you less guilty or reduce your sentence? And then that got quoted saying it's basically a plea deal. I mean, is that how you guys look at it? I'm not sure that's how I look at it. I'm just looking at a footballer who, to be quite frank, has been done dirty. He has been done dirty. And there is no denying the fact that it's just a real shame for his career, isn't it? Oh, look who's calling me. Matt Dev. I'll call him back. I'll call him back very shortly. But yeah, Sad state for his career. Very sad for Mudryk. He's a fall guy. Why is it Chelsea that's always pointed and get these charges? Look, other clubs have obviously done dodgy things. I just don't think they've declared it like we have. Maybe it's different when you're taking over the club, though, right? You don't want to have any issues further down the line, so you just get it all out of the way. One football federation injects him, the other bans him. Can these federations sort their shite and leave Mudryk alone? That would be nice. This is the thing, Uzair. Like, if it's not his fault, then he shouldn't be punished for it. Licensed professionals should lose their license for that. I mean, I think this goes above just one person. I mean, I don't really know what the details are, so it's hard for me to comment. Could have become something special. Listen, I don't know about that, but I think he would have been a good player for us. I think he'd been a good squad player. Do I think Chelsea will terminate his contract? I think if he is banned for a long period, then you can justify it, unfortunately. But that's just money talking. That's not talking about the humane side, which I doubt Chelsea would have in this situation, to be honest. Regarding the 74 breaches, I can't see the FA imposing a points deduction on us, as that would send a message to other clubs that it's not worth playing by the book. Fair. It's not fair that Mudryk is punished instead of their FA. Life's tough. It's a tough world we live in, guys. Oh. A lot of negative news in the past day. I got excited yesterday as well. Anyone who was on my stream, I'm thinking, oh my God, Chelsea have finally got a front of shirt sponsor, only to find out that it was just a sleeve sponsorship. That was a killer. Anyway, listen, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. There's not really an awful lot more going on, to be honest. We're going to be speaking about the Brentford game tomorrow. So listen, big up to all of you. Really appreciate your time. And I will be back. I might do another stream later today if there's more to talk about. But apart from that, I will leave you to it. All the best, guys, and we will catch up very, very